And good evening, everyone. I'm meteorologist Tom Atkins. Just going to give you a little weather update here. Just hang with me. I need to adjust a couple of things to get you the radar picture. We've got another severe thunderstorm warning for Crawford County, kind of the east side of Crawford County. Got a storm tracker, Steve Marshall, on that, and he's just reporting a lot of rain. So we're just going to take this nice, slow, and easy. And now you can see the picture here. These storms have been doing what I call morphing. They get together, they start firing up, and they dwindle. Okay, so you're looking at the cell here, and you got a little purple and you got a little gray in here, but he was setting up just to the southwest of this cell in Frenchtown. Let me see if I can get my orientation here. And he said, you know, what we're seeing here, and this is the area I'm looking at out here, is a lot of rain, hardly any wind, no hail. And there's another little cell over here between Diamond and Chapmanville. So they do have a warning on this. And if any of you guys are down there in that area, and I'm going to take the lightning off of it right now, just to make it a little clearer. I'm going to run the loop one more time. Feel free to let me know what you're seeing there, because I think they're really overdoing the lightning with this. But if you are in these areas, Townville, Hydetown, Titusville, and you can tell me what you're experiencing, you can see how this thing blows up a little and then it diminishes a little. So it looks to be a gully washer at this point, although the warning does continue, and we'll put it on here. They continue the warning till 8 o'clock. So again, another like 37 minutes. And if I give you a storm tracker, we'll do 2 tracks on this thing for you right now. This one cell to the left here, Townville 730, Centerville 744. But even the hail size you can see on the right black box is being estimated at 3/4 of an inch. So that's one cell. That's one purple core right there. Here's the other one, and that's only showing, you know, a ½ inch. The towns there are much more plentiful. They're even carrying it into Warren County, but the warning itself is only to the Warren and Crawford line here. So these things have been blowing up and then settling back down, and you can see them with that life cycle there. So we'll continue to watch them. As I said, the Weather Service does have a warning on them, but at this point, we're not seeing anything severe. So thank you, Martha. Great information there. If anybody else is trucking on in with any information, feel free to let me know, especially as we look here.
I'm driving towards the rainbow.
Yeah, I've had several reports of rainbows as well in western Crawford County. So again, the 2 cores here that we're looking at are down here just northeast of Guys Mills and just northwest of Diamond. And it looks like mainly heavy rain. Yeah, John over there in Warren, let me know if they deteriorate as the storm heads to the northeast. But right now, it just looks like a gully washer. We're not all that heft. Yeah, thanks, Edward. We really appreciate your report there. Yeah, I talked to somebody in Espyville. They certainly got, you know, sheets of rain, but that's about it. And that seems to be the history of these storms. So right now we're just kind of in a wait and see situation, even though they do have a warning on it. Cleveland has a warning on it. I'm going to transfer it down to the Pittsburgh radar right here and take a look and see if there's anything really different showing up. Hang on, kids. That should work okay. And again, the same skits. 3/4 inch hail there, ½ inch hail there, moving northeast at 29, moving northeast at 21. So right now, even though there is a severe thunderstorm warning, and you guys can see where all this is, you know, Titusville, you're getting something. Hightown, you're next. Centerville, you're next. Here's some of the street and highways. Like it's bordered by State Route 77. All right. And to the Warren County line, it's headed towards Centerville right now. Fish Flats Road, there's Route 89 going to the south there, down towards Titusville. So that's where this mess is headed. But again, to me, it looks like just you know, a gully, couple of, well, maybe even three gully washers. Let me hear from you guys if you're in the area or any area and you have any questions for us. You're welcome, Phil. Yeah, I heard you got some 1 inch hail out there, John, and we got some pictures. Elizabeth Ann is out in Indiana. That's good. Paul, are you in Titusville there? Titus, okay, yeah, you just checked in with that. So if you guys see anything else, any of you like Paul in Titusville, or if we have somebody in Townville, or if we have somebody near Hightown, if you see anything different than just heavy rain, let me know. You know, if you see a little hail, let me know. If you see the trees bending, let me know. But right now, so far so good. I'm going to give my storm chaser a call here. Jake, if you don't mind going over to the guys in the control room and just say, you know, we're holding off on a crawl for now, just to stand by, because we're just not getting a lot of good information. And of course, any of you that have anything else from, you know, a perspective around the audience somewhere else, feel free to chime in. I'm dialing my storm tracker now, trying to get an update. Centerville, Miranda, thank you. Thank you so much for calling us or for posting that. And that's what you're going to get. Hey, Street, how's it looking? I'm on Facebook Live right now. I just want to see know what you're seeing out there, where you are, and all that stuff. Okay. Okay, that's great information. They do look like they're tracking to the east rather quickly and weakening as well. I'm going to throw this lightning on here just because it says there's lightning there. Um, but you're just west of Hightown, right? That course just gone right over, just right past you. Okay, and no lightning you're reporting. No hail, no wind, just heavy downpours. Okay. All right, sounds good. Keep on it as much as you can and give us a call if you have any extra information. Thank you. Yeah, that's just that is our storm tracker, Steve Marshall there, and he's saying that these are just little rainmakers going by, and actually he's not seeing much in the way of lightning here. So I think those of you, and I really appreciate you, those of you in this general area experiencing the storm, that you continue to keep.
From the previous cell of thunderstorms and heavy rain, the tree is actually down on Myers on State Route 285 near South Canal Road in Crawford County.
Did they give the town there at all?
Linesville.
Okay, so from the previous storm, we have you know, a tree down in the Linesville area. We have nothing except what you guys are telling us and what my storm tracker is telling us here. Jerry from Sparta, thank you so much. And of course, you're still to the north, so you're right up there. All right, so you're okay. This stuff is tracking in your direction, but it seems to be mainly heavy rain. Miranda, we appreciate your report. Little wind. Is it the kind that could stretch out a flag? Is it the kind that's bending any tree limbs? Let me know what you're seeing there. Thank you for your report. Paul, Titusville, you got anything? It looks like it's moving to the north of you. And again, warning continues till 8 o'clock. It's only 7:31. We'll continue to check our page from the National Weather Service and see if there are any updates here.
Yeah, it seems like this is the only storm like near our area. It's like if you just expand the map, there's like nothing else around us, even though with the national radar, there's nothing around us. But you never know. With these kinds of storms, there's a lot of heat and moisture on the surface, so they can just pop up at any time. Like this, for example, it just came out of nowhere.
Yeah. So this is the cluster we're looking at, the hail in pink. That's what's being estimated by the radar, Paul, but our storm tracker hasn't seen any, hitting the ground. We'll put tracks on in a minute. NE, is that northeast in that? This is for Crawford County. So if you're up here in northeast, yeah, I'm sure you're not seeing anything. The warning is for Crawford County, as it says there. Okay, good. See, this is not producing a lot of rain, nor a lot of lightning, nor hail that we know of that's verified. Okay, so we really appreciate your reports. And that's why we're just sticking with you here on Facebook, because I mean, it almost looks like this thing is raining itself out and not really providing a lot in the way of severe weather. So I'm going to go back, do a couple things with the radar, and you guys continue to comment as you feel led. We really appreciate all that you're telling us. We got something else going on here. Another one just being issued. We're waiting for that.
For Warren County,
Yeah, we got a new one for Warren County
until 8:30.
until 8:30. Again, we're not seeing a lot with this storm, but now Warren County has a severe thunderstorm warning until 8:30 p.m. So we will continue to work with that. Those of you in Warren County, please, if you're watching us, let us know.
And of course, with the warning in Warren County, it's going to be pretty much the same storm that is impacting eastern Crawford County. As you can definitely tell, that from the radar seems to be moving into Warren County, or at least part of it is. Let's go over the lightning counter. So if we go with a little time lapse, you can see an hour ago we were in the 110s, but now we jumped up to the 210s. So about 100 lightning strikes greater compared to 1 hour ago. So yeah, this storm system has been strengthening since then, and so it would make sense for there to be a severe thunderstorm warning to be issued in Warren, given that this system has been strengthening within the past hour, and it's just going to continue making its way into the rest of Warren County. So any areas within this warning, like Youngsville and Warren, just be on alert as this system continues to move towards your area.
All right, so yeah, we're just following it with you guys, and you guys like Paul and Titusville, Ormond and Centerville, just keep letting us know what you're seeing there, because we're just not seeing anything severe, even though they keep issuing warnings for it. And we'll keep in contact with our storm tracker, Steve Marshall, and just kind of get the latest from him. So let me get back to you guys, see what you've been reporting. Jerry, thank you for that. Fran, thank you for that. These reports are so helpful. Hello, John. Thanks, Norma from McKean County. All right. Let's see. Yeah, this is so far. It's just rainstorm. And if anything if you see anything else beyond rain, I mean, just feel free to let us know. Thanks, Ariel. Good to have you here. So this thing is, it's just crossing the border, and they've got this warning for Crawford until 8 o'clock, and then they've got another one for Warren County till 8:30. But suffice it to say, what we're seeing here is a bunch of rain, no hail, not much in the way of lightning. Do anyone? Okay, Fran, you've got hail. What's your an estimate, if you don't mind, the size of the hail with this? Because all we're getting from radar indications are um, half inch or 3/4 inch. If it's the size of a quarter, that would be 1 inch in diameter or greater. That would be severe. But if it's, pea size, penny size, if you can give me a little bit on that, um, let us know. Sheila, feel free to do the same for me because I'm zooming in here, um, Poundville, just to get an idea. Okay, so you are in downtown Titusville there, Paul, pea size. Okay, that's not going to hurt you. And it looks like it's lifted to the north. Are you perhaps, Paul Baker, just a little to the north of Titusville? Or are you up a little ways? Okay, let me know. Okay, yeah, you're starting to get the front side of it. Here's Sparty for you, Jerry. Just kind of the edge of it. Thank you for that report. So we do have tiny hail with these storms. Not really expecting a whole lot at this point, although they keep issuing warnings for them. Um, we're looking back to the west here on 408. Looks like a little bit of a core there. So we're going to keep following them and spread the picture out and just keep track of what you're saying. And we'll also be talking to our storm tracker um, as we continue to watch this thunderstorm move through the area. Um, yeah, these things are morphing. You can see. Look at this on the lightning. How it goes from 20 up to 295. Now it's back down to 173. All right. So these storms are morphing. And if the hail is small, and again, is anybody seeing any lightning there, or is the main event just some heavy downpours as they pass over your area? Uh, that's our that's our concern right now. Let me know what you're seeing if you're seeing anything like that. But as you look at those lightning strikes, those are diminishing as this storm moves eastward into Warren County. So even though there's warnings on it, don't let your guard down. If you're in the path, and I'll give you some towns there, just use your common sense. All right. So this cell right here seems to be the largest, and Grand Valley, Triumph, Tidiu. I mean, okay. Uh, that's that's the estimated times of arrival. But again, if you look down here in this black box, they're estimating the hail size less than a quarter, uh, or less than 1 inch, less than the size of a quarter, the currency. So we really value your reports from this area because they're giving us a good picture of a rainstorm with small hail and not a lot of lightning. And if that is continuing to be the case, you guys keep letting us know if something is different. If you're seeing more than that, we'd like to hear from you on those levels. Okay. Okay. Thanks for that. All right. Pea size is interesting. Let's see. Thank you for your location. Yeah, lightning and thunder doesn't make it severe. Uh, Brief heavy rain in Titusville. There was lightning in Titusville. So, okay, so that thing's moving to the north. And, the things that make thunderstorms severe would be hail over an inch in diameter, like the size of a quarter, um, and winds 58 miles per hour. And those are the kind of winds that are bending over trees and, snapping off branches and pulling off shingles and things like that. We haven't seen anything like that with these storms. But if you are seeing anything like that, we we would sure appreciate your reports. Okay, as this thing is just, well, it's calling it Thompson's Mills. Okay, you guys that are locals there know the area better than we do, but we appreciate your locators there. This is Thompson Mills, southeast of Centerville, and the Warren and Crawford line is like right there. Okay, so it's getting ready to cross into that area. And again, those are the towns in the direction. But I can say from what you guys have told me, basically just some downpours, and that's about it. You know, thunder, lightning, okay, that's any thunderstorm. Rain, that's any thunderstorm. But we're not seeing severe characteristics at this point. So far, that seems to be what you're getting. And we're going to get in contact with Steve Marshall. In fact, why don't you give him a call, Jake, if you don't mind, or check that message right there first of all, and we're going to get in. Why don't you pick up the receiver? Pick up the receiver. Thank you. Okay, see what she's saying. It's probably long past her. I believe that's our weather watcher from Jamestown. When this storm is long past Jamestown, PA. So let me regroup here and just take a look at lightning and things like that, just to see if we're getting continued weakening as it goes towards Warren County. And you guys down there in that corridor, continue to file your reports, send your reports. It just doesn't look that impressive. It looks like a summer thunderstorm to me. Nothing new from Ann there.
And said quarters of a half an inch of rain fell from that one storm system.
Okay, so just getting rain on the other side of Crawford County, and we're tracking the lightning here, which, as we said, went up to like 295, and now has gone back down to 129. So if you're in Grand Valley, Tidiute, that area, you'll get some heavy rain. Okay, okay. Tell them it's one to his south, one to his north.
There's one to your south, one to your north, basically. I mean, that's what we're looking at right now on radar.
All right. So, it sounds like a situation that is weakening at this point. They do have that warning for Warren County until 8:30. So, if you are in Warren County, you're going to get hit with, at least in the southwestern portion of the county right now, with some heavy rain, some lightning, and maybe some small hail. But we're just not really jazzed about big severe weather at this point. It hasn't shown characteristics of that. It's not that it couldn't as it comes across here. So you guys in this area, and again, they've got some very small towns here, but you're talking about Route 27 as it comes out of Titusville, Grand Valley. You're about to get hit. Should go north of Tidiute, and then you got another couple of cells up here getting ready to go into Spartansburg and southern Erie County, south of Union City and Corey. But right now, heavy rain, maybe some lightning, but not large hail, not damaging winds, gully washer. So we'll continue to look at this thing as it moves east and north, and we'll continue to look at your reports and keep in touch with our storm tracker. Thank you, John. I appreciate all that. And we're just watching this stuff because the lightning is diminishing. Now, there's a nasty little core in there, but I think all that's going to produce is some hail here going across the county line. All right, right up there. And this is what we call radar indicated hail. So I'm going to stop the loop so you can see the area better. I mean, just to the southwest of Grand Valley, right in there. And we do have equipment here that'll, kind of estimate it. So this one is estimating that it's mainly half-inch hail, but there may be a little 1-inch hail here. This is, again, as I try to move this over so you can see the towns as well as the routes here, just to the southwest of Grand Valley. So there couldn't be a little bit of hail in there, certainly some lightning, but that's about it. As I said, it doesn't look severe. It looks more like a gully washer with some lightning and small hail. So we're going to stick with you and just continue to watch it here, track the lightning, and you guys that are in the area, or if you're in another area, feel free to give us some reports if you're seeing anything. But this is the cell right here. This is it. A couple of ones to the north here, but not exactly getting all jazzed about this at this point. So we'll just continue to watch it for you, and if anything changes, we'll let you know. Okay, but continue to file your reports here, and we don't see anything really that awful looking at this moment. Let me get back to you guys. All right. All right. Thanks, Jerry. Nancy, how are you doing? Where are you located? I don't. Where are you located? Let me know. Renee, where are you guys located? Rolling into Sparty right now. No big deal. You got a little bit of a core over you. Does not look tremendously severe. If anyone is in this area down here, if you are near Grand Valley and you can give me a little bit of a report, just let me know what's going on there, and I will continue. Timmy Horton, thunder, lightning, some rain, nothing severe. Now you're over in Guy's Mills, right? Okay, that is good to know. All right. State police on street bikes headed towards you. I'm pretty sure that's a news situation, not a weather. Just looking at this cell continuing to move eastward. And again, the rest of the area, really not a whole lot going on up into Erie County, except for the southeastern portion. Pretty lame, pretty tame. And Warren County, just seeing this cell down there in the southwest. And okay, they've got a warning on it, but not entirely impressive right now. Thank you, Martha. Again, what's your location, Martha? Are you in Titusville? Looks like things are getting past you if you are in Titusville. So we're watching that. But again, any of you guys that might be in the Grand Valley area, let me know what you're seeing, what you think here, because we'll put some skits back on here just to try to track the movement a little bit. And there's what they're seeing. Hail is not severe. Moving to the northeast at 26 miles an hour. Okay. All right. Thank you for that report. So we're just going to watch this little thing as it goes across, and see if, I don't know if it gets any strength. Right now, it does not look like it is. Going to run the radar loop again for you. They just updated the skit. Not too much different happening here. Maybe a little bit of hail. If you guys know anybody in Grand Valley, let us know. Or if anybody is in Grand Valley and could give us a report, that'd be great. Or close by. Just gonna run this lightning again. I mean, this thing looks to me like it's weakening. We're just gonna let this go for a few rounds here, but it does not look very severe. The lightning is decreasing again down to 91 after being as high as 296. So we'll just continue to watch this thing as it goes to the east, northeast at about 26 miles an hour. Yep, lightning continues to drop with this storm. So, those of you in Warren County, you got this thing headed towards you. And I'm going to try a different radar here just to see if we have any other information that might be more pertinent. Here's a different viewpoint from the, what do you think, Jake?
And even though it's weakening, of course, you're still going to get quite a good deal of rain.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it seems like there could be some garden variety showers, not really associated with a lot of thunderstorms, as the thunderstorms are, well, the lightning strikes are decreasing in number with that system continuing to move through Warren. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if it actually expires early.
Yeah, it wouldn't either. I'm surprised they are keeping this thing up.
And for those who don't know, this warning expires at 8:30 p.m.
Right. And they still have the one till 8 p.m. in Crawford County. I don't know, maybe because of this little appendage, but this may be producing a little bit stronger hail. So if we got anybody out in that way that's seeing anything, let us know what you're seeing, if it's, something that's approaching an inch in diameter. So we're just continuing to watch this thing drop, and hopefully that will continue to be the case. All right. Okay. Just looking at it going right into Grand Valley here. Okay. So we'll bring it back out. We'll keep the towns up there just in case. And those of you who have been talking to us, again, just to reiterate, let us know if you've seen anything more than what Jerry Sherman was saying here. Nothing that exciting. Thunder, lightning, and rain. That certainly does not qualify as severe. So if it's anything else more than that, we'd love to hear from you. But the lightning continues to decrease with this storm, and the hail may be in a small area here, an inch in diameter. We'll continue to look at that. So I think hail would be, the major concern. Okay, John Herring, great to see you. A lot of rumbles north of, okay, Sutton Corners. Yeah, we were in on that. Okay, so thank you. We appreciate that. We appreciate that you're down there, because that is a good area to kind of decide perhaps how strong this thing is. Little rain in Titusville, Amy, we appreciate that. We're gonna take this thing off and just do some street level mapping here. Yeah, just gotta find Sutton's Corners again. I know I saw that pop up, so I want to try to find it again. There is Titusville, there's Enterprise, there is Grand Valley. Okay, so that looks like that's headed towards Torpedo also. Okay, let me get back to you guys. Morris Hill Road, okay. So let me see. I really appreciate that. Okay, Morris Hill Road, north of Titusville. I got Ross Hill Road, Titty Creek Road, north of Tityute, I'm sorry. I'm looking for you there, John. Stay with me. Maybe I'm not far enough north. Are you more towards Torpedo there? Thanks, Laurel. Appreciate that. Not much going on there with Sparty with that. Just looking at my street level mapping here. Got any other roads that would be close to you that I could work with here on my street level mapping, John? Would love it if you had a chunk of this storm move over you so you could tell me exactly. Jake, why don't you look up this little area on the internet here, Sutton Corners, north of Titusville. I can't seem to find it. Oh, there we are. Okay, all right. Morris Hill Road. Okay, I found your road, John. Okay, Ross Hill coming out of Torpedo. Okay, all right. This is going to be perfect, John. You're going to do me a big favor if you can hang on for a little bit here. The core of the storm, if I'm in your neighborhood right here, is going to go right over you. So let me know what you're seeing, okay? Now that I've got an idea of where you are, where the storm is.
I guess it's just north of the city, like near Deerfield Township building. It's like a.
Yeah, I finally got him. He's right here on this road. So thank you. And this thing is moving. This thing's moving right at you. So it'll be great to know what you report on the ground. We expect the rain to get heavier, maybe a little bit of hail with it. I'd be interested in knowing the size of the hail. Okay. They continue to say this thing is moving at 33 miles per hour to the east northeast. Okay. And so if you're up here on this Ross Hill Road, it is the core of it seems to be about 5 miles from you. So, you know, at 30 plus miles per hour, it's going to be over you pretty darn soon. And so that would be like, what, about in the next 10 minutes. So let me know, stick with me if you can, and let me know what you experience over there, because that will tell me a lot about this cell and how strong it is. And the rest of you guys, we're just watching another little core down here east of Titusville that some of you have been reporting on. Hello, Julie Munson. All right, good. You got the lightning there. Peace, I sell. Amanda, what's your location again, please? Let me know. Let me know. And we'll let the other folks know. Oh, you're Grand Valley. Okay, beautiful. Really appreciate that. So this thing has gone pretty much over you and just to your south. Thank you so much. And all you got is pea-sized hail. Okay, we're not gonna get too excited about that. Any wind with that? Let us know. All right. Anybody into you? John, we're waiting for it to go across your area. It looks like it's on a beeline for you, the core of this storm. Thank you. Appreciate that. So to me, at this point, this is not a severe thunderstorm. It's not causing any destructive wind. It's not causing a large hail. It's causing lightning and downpours. So we're going to stick with that and just be here with you guys for a few more minutes, just to just to verify that nothing changes, really. I don't want, yeah, that's, I mean, look at that. Down to 58 now. What are you seeing, bud?
I'm seeing exactly what you're seeing.
Oh, okay. But how you doing, bud?
John's going on break, so should be now.
Thanks. We're good. We're good for now. We're good for now.
Yeah, this is the only storm
Right.
within our area. Like outside, just seeing clearness or maybe just clouds.
Nice weather, and I know some of you are watching us from outside the area, but good point. And look at that. If you follow the track of this storm for the last hour, okay, let me just do it for you manually here. When it was south and east of Meadville here an hour ago, all right, that's when they issued the warning at approximately 7:10. The lightning strikes were building, got up as high as 297 here at 7:22. Okay. And then it's moved eastward and we're down to 54, 55. Okay. So what you guys are providing for us is very helpful and just goes along with what we're seeing with the radar, especially you guys, Amanda and John. We appreciate it. Laurel, we appreciate your stuff. Callie Ann, all right, over in Spring Creek, you know, that looked like it might be affected. But I'm going to move it around here, but it looks like this is going to the south of you. So I'm not going to get all jazzed. Just lost a skit on there, and that's okay. Lisa Fogel, Bank of Banks, where are you? Are you in Erie? Down to 52 now on the lightning strikes. And as Jacob just said, and this is, you know, important, the rest of you, it's like no big deal. You know, there's not a whole lot going on as we spread the picture out. I'm going to play with the radar a little bit. You guys continue to funnel me your reports from that area in southwest Warren County as you see fit. I'm just going to work the radar a little bit to see if anything's coming at us. Okay, it's going to change it a little bit here. And the real nasty stuff is way down to the southwest. You can see over here, we got our one little cell right here in PA. And then they've got a tornado.
What's happening in eastern Indiana, western Ohio. Seems like a line of storms. Lots of warnings being issued along that line. Can we take a look at how fast that system's moving?
Sure can. And this is a tornado watch wherever you see the red shading there, guys. So I'm going to delve into that. I'm going to run just a confirmed tornado down here south of Franklin in Indiana. Elizabeth Ann, if you, I know you're in the tornado watch in Kokomo if you're still with us, but looks to me like the worst of this is staying to your south. But this is pretty wicked. So I'm going to take the lightning off of it just to get a better view of things. And these storms, just pick a couple of them. 47. These guys are trucking. 38. 38.
So in general, 40.
Yeah.
We'll say 40 for that whole line. Now, how far away is that line from us now?
Yeah, we're going to take like the meat of the line here.
Get the roller tool out.
Just going to do a quick mileage here from where the real bad weather is in that same general direction, headed towards I-80. So it's about 300 miles from 79 and 80. And, you know,
It was moving at 40 miles per hour.
That's got several hours to go.
Yeah.
And the other thing you can see here is that the northern end of this line is not strong at all. up here towards Fort Wayne. They have had a few warnings, but the meteor part of the line, if I can put it that way, is to the south in Cincinnati and Dayton. So
So it's gonna be like 7 hours until like
yeah,
gets near our area, which will be after midnight. Of course.
yeah, that'll be
And
like
by then there won't be like enough daytime heating or no daytime heating at all. So it's like
we're hopeful.
whatever heating is left is pretty much just gonna be well near the ground if there's cloud cover, but there's not that much cloud cover around our area either. So it seems like we're gonna probably cool quite a bit before the system.
Yeah, we hope to, say that this system stays south of our area and weakens as it comes towards our area. So again, we're watching our little cell back here. Go back to our local radars and just I'm just going to try to get the best view of it that I can. Just bear with me, folks, and then I'll go back and check your comments here. '89 from Pittsburgh and 92 from State College. Okay, so it's a battle between Pittsburgh and State College here, as far as which is the closest radar. So again, the lightning's down into the 40s right now, and I'll go back and check with you guys that have been giving me such great reports. Anything new, Amanda? Anything new, John? If you're still with us, I hope so too. I don't think it will be, Julie, but we'll be. Excuse me. But we will be here regardless if anything starts to turn severe. So it's mainly Warren County for now. They're keeping the warning going. You want to just check the Slack from State College, Jake, if you don't mind. I got Slack up over there. I should anyway, and just see if they're seeing anything because this just doesn't. Yeah, light rain and wind. Thank you, Amanda. How about you, John? You still with us? We'd love to get a report from Sutton's Corners or just east of Amanda where you are. Absolutely right, Thomas Carlucci. There will be a weather nightcap. Thank you, John. All right.
I mean, the threats they have 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter size.
Yeah, because he's like right there. Let me go in on where you are, John, because you're probably right in the thick of it right now, and yeah, it's going to come over you real soon. I mean, it already is, but I mean, this purple stuff, I would say. How far north of Titus of Tidiute are you? Are you up a little higher towards Torpedo, or are you down more closer to Tidiute? Because if you're down in this general area and all you're getting is downpours, then this is not a severe thunderstorm. No wind. That's great information. I appreciate that. Four miles. Are you 4 miles out of Torpedo or 4 miles out of Tidiute towards Torpedo? That's what I want to know. I'll start to highlight some stuff here just to try to. If you're 4 miles south of Torpedo, then you're right in it. If you're 4 miles out of Tidiute, then you're a little bit on the cusp, but you're basically right near the core right now. So this is not. This is you're in there now. There's another core down there, Amanda. If you're still in the Grand Valley area, are you in Grand Valley or are you more to the south or to the north of it? Because you got a nice little core just going to the south there too, out of Tidio too. Okay, I got you. So you're right up about here where the yellow edge is. This stuff is going to your south, and then if you're in Grand Valley, are you a little to the south, Amanda? You're in the Grand Valley, so you're right there. Okay, that's very helpful. So I'm going to put both of you guys on here. I saw some lightning. I was up this, I was here early this morning, Adam, and saw lightning mainly on the weather cameras because I was inside. So yeah, a couple of cores here. Nothing really all that exciting. One here to the south of you, Amanda. Clear off that. And another one here just to the south of you, John. I'll do a little posing in here, but if you guys aren't seeing any hail and any wind, then I don't look at this as severe. I look at it as maybe a gully washer, more or less a garden variety thunderstorm here. And again, I want to employ lightning detection because we were in the 40s earlier. Now we're in the 20s. So we continue to see a decrease in the lightning as this storm moves over your areas. Like we said, it was way up close to 300, and now it is down to 26. Stay with you for a few more minutes. This warning is supposed to expire at 8:30. So it's in the radar sometimes. That does indicate hail, but I've only had a few reports. It's not necessarily a guarantee, but the reports that I've gotten are less than a half inch pea size. So that's probably the most you can expect from it.
And the only storm report we got on the Storm Prediction Center was a wind report from Linesville from the previous storm.
Right.
A fallen tree branch on like a power line or something.
So if there's anything you guys see that are out there in Warren County or you hear of, feel free to let us know.
You have one first message. Hey, this is Suzanne Martin Cole. You can read.
So, okay, you got cooler air moving in. That is good. Yeah, if you could just get her number, Jake. She's over in Ohio.
Joyce from North Mayfield wanted you to call her.
That was a while ago, right? Or is that?
That was just recent.
Okay. Yeah, she thought.
I mean, I can jump in.
Yeah, why don't you jump in? And Jake's gonna take it, and you guys just keep giving me what you got. Right now, this thing looks like it's kind of raining itself out here. But Jake will take over. We'll be with you for a few minutes. Hopefully, once this thing expires, that's going to be the end of it, and hopefully nothing too bad later in the night. But take it away there.
So according to the National Weather Service, this warning is in effect for the next 15 minutes, and then it will officially expire. So within this next 15 minutes, we're going to see, well, what we're currently seeing right now, crossing through Warren County. Seems like it's generally moving east-northeast. It seems like the light rain has made its way into Warren County, although this is probably just a distortion from the radar, given how far away from the radar it is. We might as well switch it to the Buffalo radar, which is a little closer. There we go. That seems a little more accurate. So this is generally where the rain is, the boundary of the rain. So it seems like light rain is making its way into Youngsville as well as Warren. The heavier rain still over Tidiute. Purple could indicate a little bit of hail, but it's not a guarantee. If we switch over to the Baron button, we can see a greater possibility of hail from this kind of graphic. Seems like it's just half-inch hail. Yep, that's just half-inch hail. So a chance of half-inch hail within this storm. Other than that, some downpours, maybe a few lightning strikes. 3 positive strikes so far, 21 in total. The number of lightning strikes has really dropped from the past hour. Looks like it did peak up in the 260s, it looks like. Or no, the 280s actually. And then it just dropped down to the 20s. So yeah, the system is weakening greatly as it continues to cross through Warren County. And as it does, well, seems like there could still be a chance of heavier rain into maybe Youngsville as well as Warren. And we're going to keep a close eye on that. Let's see. From this time lapse, it seems like the core of heavy rain also seems to be diminishing. So there could be a chance that the heavy rain could actually miss Youngsville, though there's a greater chance for it to actually hit Warren right now. And as the system's diminishing, I'm sure conditions behind it are calming down quite a bit too. Let's see. Dew points are still high, so there's still plenty of moisture around. Got dew points in the 60s. Again, this is the temperature at which the air saturates. So if the air temperature were to drop down to this, the dew point temperature, which is in the 60s, the air would saturate, and we could get some fog forming. And if the dew point is higher, that's also a measure of how uncomfortable the air feels because of how much humidity is really in the air. With dew points in the 60s, that's not very comfortable, but it's not too uncomfortable either. But it is plenty of moisture for a storm system like this, at least enough moisture. But it's not just the moisture, it's also the heat. Temperatures across the area. Let's see, we've got 70s. This system is moving towards higher pressures. It seems like at the Allegheny River, the Allegheny Reservoir here, temperatures are in the mid 70s. So it's moving towards the warmer temperatures, while moisture content remains a little constant. So yeah, it's mainly moving towards the heat, which can help give it a little bit of oomph. But throughout the past hour, you can notice that this system has actually been weakening. So even if it does move over towards the temperatures that are in the mid 70s, I don't really imagine this strengthening all that much. It might get a little tiny boost, but overall, we only have 10 minutes until the severe thunderstorm warning expires. So I don't expect it to really strengthen all that much, even if it does reach into an area that's just slightly warmer. Again, it's just slightly warmer, so it might not be a big boost at all. No, and also the sun is setting at this time, so we're going to lose some daytime heating. We do have a bit more cloud cover, though. Let's see the cloud cover. Where would I find that? Oh, here it is. Yeah, even the cloud cover doesn't look like that much. widespread cloud cover is happening where all of the tornado warnings are issued in Indiana, as well as well, actually just Indiana, but not so much over here. And with the sun setting, that's going to leave clear skies, clear nighttime skies. So any heat that we got during the day is just going to radiate back up into space before all this cloud cover back here builds up. So that will allow us to cool a bit before the system over in Indiana and Ohio reaches us, which is good news because there might not be much heat near the surface to help give that system a little bit more of a boost by the time it reaches our area. In fact, some of the models are saying that that system could actually fall apart by the time it reaches us. We're going to keep our fingers crossed and hope that's the case. Light sprinkles and thunder in distance in Warren. All right, got some light sprinkles now, but this core of heavier rain is still making its way towards Warren. It might go past Warren. There's a chance for that too, although there is a chance it'll go over Warren as well. So we're just going to keep a close watch on that. All right, so 8 more minutes until the warning is set to expire. Overall, it looks like it's moving out of Tidioute. Switch to the State College radar. Yeah, even the State College radar says the system is moving out of Tidioute. So as it moves out of Tidioute, it's making its way towards Clarendon as well as Warren. I think the system's moving close to 30 miles per hour, so heavy rain could reach Warren maybe in the next 20 minutes or so. As for Clarendon, maybe up to 15 minutes. So yeah, 15 to 20 minutes, Clarendon and Warren, they're going to get their deal of heavier rain. And looking at this time lapse, it seems like Youngsville might just miss the chance for heavier rain. Although they could see a rainbow. Yeah, with the sun at the right angle. Yeah, it's possible you could see a rainbow. If you want to see a rainbow, you might want to be near like Centerville, Hightown, with the sun being to the west and this system over to the east. Yeah, if you look out east from like anywhere around here, you might get a rainbow. That would be far eastern Crawford County, western Warren County, maybe Titusville, or maybe just outside Titusville. If you have any pictures of rainbows, you can if you have any pictures of rainbows, you can send that over to you can send those over to our email, which is weather@wjettv.com. Hope it's rain tomorrow. I got a Well, we are forecasting a chance of rain in the afternoon, but during the evening, the rain is expected to slow down. Yeah, we're not really expecting anything severe, though. Yeah, any risk for severe weather looks low as of now for tomorrow. Yeah, looks like we dropped down to 21 total strikes. That's happening as it approaches Warren and Clarendon, so might just get your typical garden variety rain showers, garden variety storms. Not really seeing a whole lot of lightning or thunder associated with this storm right now. Just some rain. Could be heavy at times. Yep, got another 5 minutes until this expires. I don't really think they're going to extend it anywhere. I mean, it's just weakened so much to the point where it's probably not even necessary. And we're starting to lose a lot of daytime heating too. So, yeah, I don't really think it's going to sustain itself. It'll probably diminish pretty soon. All right, Chad Cathy from Youngsville said there's lightning and thunder south of them and light rain. All right, at least there's just light rain. All the thunder is staying to their south, as well as the heavier rain. And it seems like that's going to be the case as that system continues to head near Warren and Clarendon. As you can tell from this time lapse, yeah, any chance for heavy rain in Youngsville has completely diminished. Yeah, you had this little appendage right here, but that dissipated quickly as it entered an area of drier air. But there's higher moisture where the system is right now. All the heavy rain is right now. And that's just south of Youngsville. So thankfully, Youngsville is a little drier than Tidiu as well as Clarendon. So looks like they might not get a whole lot of heavy rain, thankfully. All right. So it's getting even closer to Clarendon. Heavy rain. It's moving at like 30 miles per hour. Yeah, 5 minutes. I'd say like 5 minutes. Clarendon will start to get heavier rain. Although this hasn't like fully updated yet. This was last updated like 2 minutes ago. So maybe 3 minutes. 2 to 3 minutes. Clarendon will probably get. We'll probably get a deal of heavy rain. As of now, it seems like Warren is getting relatively lighter rain. Seems like the storm continues to diminish, even as it's heading towards Warren. Even like the core of the heavy rain, as you can see on the time lapse, even that's kind of diminishing a little. So that seems to be decreasing the chances of heavy rain in Warren. Speaking of which, let's take a look at the weather camera for Warren. Let's flip this over to Soldiers and Sailors Park, Allegheny River. All right, you can see the dark clouds in the distance. You can see the mistiness in the background too. Well, you're about to. Yeah, see the mistiness back there? That's where all the rain is. And just from looking at the clouds, the movement, the relatively slow movement of the clouds, we can kind of tell that it's moving towards Warren, downtown Warren. All right, so there actually is rain falling in Warren right now. As you can see, the camera lens is getting a little wet. So some light rain right now. Not seeing a lot of heavy rain at the moment, though. Yeah. But all that mistiness you saw on the weather camera, I'm sure that was the heavier rain that is being seen right now on the radar. All right, this is set to expire in about a minute. No, Tom. Oh, Tom is here, Patty. You want to say hi to him?
Hi, Patty. Good to see you. Yeah, Jake just gave me a little break here. We're winding things down because everything is winding down. So good to see you. Miss you on the nightcap. Ron Valentine. Yeah. Geez, we could run a model for you. Hey, April G. Warren County. Thank you. Great to see you all. To end this thing, and this thing's got to be ending like now. I don't know why they still have the warning up there.
There's usually a delay with this anyway.
Yeah, I guess. So let me just, if I can find one, I'll
Block it out.
yeah, I think that's a good idea. There's Warren right now. Nice picture of Warren. Let me just grab a model here for Ron Valentine and see if we got anything that'll be helpful as far as. Okay, this will be good. Festive. All right, so this is the model that's been working the best.
Do you still need his photo copy?
Yeah, if you don't mind copying the back of it, where your temperatures are. So this is driving that stuff in Indiana to the south. Hopefully that's weakening as it comes after midnight. And then as we go into tomorrow, showing some showers midday in Erie and off and on, just light stuff in the afternoon. So hopefully that is somewhat helpful for you. That's the way it looks from here. All right. Well, they've canceled it as far as I can tell here. Yep. So, or it's been allowed to expire. So, okay. We're going to leave you. The weather nightcap will be back on, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. We'll watch this next round of stuff and see if it poses any threat. But for now, we should be fine. It's going to be warm and humid night. Hello, Linda. And we'll continue to, track storms out of the Midwest and see if they do hold together as they get closer. But we're going to take a break. Got TV work to do. Thank you, all of you, so much for coming on in and helping us out tonight. Thankfully, that storm didn't look like much more than a garden variety gully washer summer thunderstorm. So hopefully you guys over there in Warren County, as the warning has expired, are doing just fine there. Down to 10 lightning strikes. No big deal. All right. Thanks a lot. If you're up late at night, come on back. If not, make it a great weekend, and we will see you on down the road. Take care, everybody.